Okay, class, back on the video. I have positioned my whiteboard on a more stable position, and I am sorry for that. The video was a little bit funnier. The board hit my head, my God. So this is one type of the lifeboat which we call a gravity type lifeboat. The lifeboat will be lowered down by the weight of its boat. Okay? By its own weight, it can be lowered by releasing this brake. You push, you pull it up, and the brake will be released. You release the brake by pulling it up. You activate the brake by pushing it down. Okay? I hope you understand that one. So, but I will try my best next time. They can have, if they will grant me the permission, that I can explain better, because we will be dealing with the real thing. Sa TC, we have a lifeboat there. And this is the type of lifeboat that we have. That is what we call a gravity type lifeboat. Okay, I will erase this one and proceed to the second one. The second one, lifeboat, it is called a free fall lifeboat. A free fall lifeboat, the same principle also apply, but it is lowered down very fast because it is elevated at an angle of maybe 30 degrees, 30 or 45 degrees. So, to have a very good idea about that, I'll be showing you the drawing. Okay, if this is the poop deck area of the vessel, okay, the lifeboat is situated somewhere here, and this is the rail of this lifeboat. Okay, this is the lifeboat deck, this is the poop deck, and this is the lifeboat. The entrance of the boat, and this is where the crew will have an access to the lifeboat's entrance. Okay, so guys, do you really like to go inside this boat and to be release it manually? Once it is released, it will automatically slide off to its rail. May mga skate ni sa nga tawag. You call this one, ang mga roller ini, you call this one a skate. They are made of very rigid materials. When you say rigid, it's very tough. Very bakod bla kayo. Okay? It will slide off and then dive into the sea. Ooh. I tried that, and I wish I will never do it again. My God, but you have to pass through the training. You will be riding that one. And in the United States class, the U.S. Coast Guard, it is the most, you have to comply. When the U.S. Coast Guard will come on board to your ship, you have to comply everything. You have to pass. So, one of the requirements in order to pass their inspection is for your lifeboat to be lowered down. If your lifeboat is this type of lifeboat, they will lower it down in accordance to their mood. Okay, release the brake by no other person inside, but we will let your lifeboat dive into the water. You have no choice. You have to dive your lifeboat into the water. And a lot of incidents which I've heard and read, a lot of people died on this type of lifeboat. Not because of the design, not because it is very faulty, but because of the human error. Some seafarers forgot to strap. Some seafarers forgot to strap because Once you are inside the lifeboat, the position of the crew inside of the lifeboat, this is the chair, like this, and this is the helmsman. The position of the crew is on the rear. Okay? They are not sitting in a forward head in the direction of the head, but it is on the rear of the lifeboat. They are facing rear. You have to strap your body as well as your head. Strap your body and your head. Strap your body and your head. Oh my God. So dangerous. I will never ever try that again. So that is another type of lifeboat. And the purpose of this lifeboat, when everything else failed, especially your ship, this lifeboat is very useful. It is our very means of survival. We have to go inside that lifeboat and we have everything inside there. We have water, we have food ration, but for a limited period of time only. It is in minimal supply. But we can carry extra provision, class. We can carry extra water. We can carry extra food. We can carry extra clothing. Anything which can extend or provide, provide to our good health, which can provide to our additional clothing. Especially, class, if you are inside the lifeboat and you are in an area which is very cold, you need extra clothing. You need to keep you dry always. To keep yourself dry always, I mean. Sa mga matugnaw nga lugar, you need extra clothing. Not just only PPE, proper protective equipment we have on board is coveralls. You need extra, more jacket, you can bring more. It is allowed. In accordance with the regulation, you must bring extra provision. Kung pwede lang sa refrigerator, akwata mo sa pagkaon, akwata, pasulod. Okay? So I'll proceed to the... So two types I have already discussed. So I'll proceed to the fast rescue boat. The fast rescue boat is a type of boat which is specifically designed for rescue operations. Some are inflatable and some are built in a rigid materials, rigid plastic materials, rigid aluminum materials, rigid rubberized or inflatable rescue boat. But the one we have, my last engagement, is rigid aluminum hull and rigid inflatable hull. So we have two rescue boats. But the one which is being displayed outside the accommodation, is within the boat deck area, is the aluminum hull rescue boat. It is fitted with an outboard engine, very fast. Not unlike the lifeboat, the minimum speed required by the class is that the lifeboat shall have a minimum speed of 6 knots. So if your lifeboat will exceed, it is okay. But normally, we have a good engine, inboard engine. Magsiling nga class inboard, sa sulod ang iyang makina. So they are powerful engine, although they are a little bit sluggy, slower compared to the outboard, but they are powerful. They can carry a lot of person. They have more capacity when in terms of carrying loads. But unlike the outboard engine, they are very fast. In fact, super fast. But the loading capacity is just only limited. 2 to 3 person plus the victim you have to rescue, very minimum. Unlike the lifeboat, our lifeboat has a capacity of 50 person. You see, with just only a small engine. So, I would like to draw again the rescue boat which I could remember on board the ship. the ship which I have an engagement with. It looks like this. Like this, fitted with an outboard engine. Yamaha engine, my God, very fast. Okay, kami naamit from some drawing ko, okay? This is what it looks like, the fast rescue boat. The fast rescue boat is intended and designed for rescue, especially rescue. But it is not limited. My explanation is not only limited for rescue. You can use that in any other purpose that it may serve you best. Okay? There are times, class, that we have already employed the usage of our rescue boat when we are in Coatzacoalcos, Mexico. So, the area wherein we are docked does not have the convenience of a public transportation, but only by the permission of the agent, we can use or hire a private vehicle, but the cost is very expensive. So there was a suggestion given to us, and the Mexican Coast Guard granted us the permission to use our rescue boat in order to minimize the travel time. Because of the geographical situation of that area, by the use of land public transportation, it will take us 2 to 3 hours to the main city. Unlike if we will be using the fast rescue boat, 10 minutes we are there. It is because it is situated like in this manner. This is the port. We are docked here. Another area, there is ship here, there is ship. If we use a public transportation, okay, the main road is like this, into the gate. So, you have to go car by land travel. You have to go all around a very long way going to your ship. And like if we use a fast rescue boat, you just only cross this area and then 5 to 10 minutes. So the permission was granted that we will be using our fast rescue boat, and then we were able to go from places to places by the use of that fast rescue boat. So the purpose or function of the fast rescue boat is not only limited for rescue purposes only. So in our case, we have used that for carrying provision, carrying the owner of our vessel, the supervisor of our vessel on board our ship by the use of that fast rescue boat. Okay, if your vessel is not equipped with your fast rescue boat, you may use, if your vessel is equipped with the 2 gravity type lifeboat, you may use either one of them. Either one of them, you may use that one. But in our case, because of this amendment has changed, has upgraded, the vessel must have a fast rescue boat. Okay? So let's proceed to life raft. what is a life raft? A life raft is contained inside a capsule. Okay? And inside the capsule, when it's activated, it will release an air pressure that would inflate the life raft. So, to have a better understanding of that, I would like to draw again. Teka, kita mo, drawing na nga drawing. Iway tayo pinasugtan to mo. Sa TC. Kani video ko na lang. So, if this is the shape of this life raft, okay, maybe an arm's length. An arm's length lang na siya. Okay. Okay, glass. And we have the painter. The painter class. In layman's term, the painter is gamay nga lubid. Okay. May lashing siya class. So as not to be accidentally be thrown overboard. May lashing na siya dyan. And have an ARU. Automatic. Hydrostatic, HRU. Hydrostatic release unit. Connected to the HRU, hydrostatic release unit, and have a fixed ground. Okay, so as this painter is also connected to the fixed ground. There are two types on how to activate this life raft. No? Once it is thrown overboard, the painter must be secured on a fixed object, immovable fixed object, that a certain length of this painter, there is a maximum length wherein it will trigger the air pressure and will activate the life raft. It will inflate once the painter pull the pin of this cylinder for the supply of the air of the inflatable life raft. The life raft inside this capsule will inflate and will break open this capsule. And once it is open, it looks like this. Okay, it looks like that floating. You can activate this life raft in two ways. One, by throwing this overboard, and at a certain length of this painter, it will activate the cylinder container which contain air and will inflate this life raft. Okay? But don't wait for the maximum length of this painter. If time is not on your side, you try to pull it as fast as you can until the maximum length is achieved. Then the cylinder air container will release its air and inflate this life raft. Okay? And the other one, if the vessel will sink, I will erase. Katulad sa natabo to sa livestock carrier to. No? If this is the water, if your vessel sink, no? Arading life raft mo. Ang HRU which is the hydrostatic release unit, is a sensor that would automatically cut the weak link sa iya itong lashing to. It will cut the weak link and then release the lashing. And then the life raft will inflate in the surface of the water. That's how the hydrostatic release unit works. And inside the life raft, we have also water provision, food ration, but also limited. And we are also allowed to carry some extra provision, extra water, and extra clothing inside the life raft. Now, when boarding, it is not encouraged to jump into the life raft. It is not encouraged, but we will be using embarkation net. We can use this Jacob's ladder, monkey ladder, anything which can have an access to that life raft. But in our training in Manila, we are encouraged to jump directly into the life raft, and it is really tough. It is really tough. You cannot just easily tear it down. No, I don't think so. Even with a knife, it's really very tough. Maskin bun-un mo po niyo. Tiga-tiga. But the U.S. Coast Guard does not encourage us to jump. But if the situation requires us to jump, we should jump. But we should never jump into the water. Because jumping into the water, you will get wet, especially in a cold area. You will suffer from hypothermia. Class, when you are in the surface of a very cold water, it will just only take minutes, not hours. It will be very fatal for you. Okay? So once inside the life raft, you have a specific duties and responsibilities also. You have this radar reflector, accessories of this life raft. We have the example class. If this is the, again I will, if this is the life raft, we have the light, we have the catcher for the rainwater, we have the access here. Ang access, do you know what is the purpose of access? Kung mangihi ka, kung mamusoon ka, dra ka, magwa ka da, and also used for watchman. The watchman will, each of the survivor shall have its own watch. Okay, from 4 to 8 you will be the watch, and the second watch will be like this you assign. And then the watchman shall observe the nearest vessel or plane. And then if he have seen any plane or vessel, he may activate, in daylight, he may activate the smoke signal in a color of orange smoke. Very highly visible, even for 10 miles. It is because that I have seen how this orange smoke works. If nighttime, you have the flare. Dupuitis niya class, pero tinak sa nagsanag din. You have the flare. So, I have experience also activating the flare and the smoke signal, orange smoke signals. My God, that was a very cadet experience of my smoke signal. When I was a cadet, I have boarded a vessel. The former crew were Yugoslavian, and they just left us without turning over. Okay, this is the switch, this is like that, this is like that. How to operate this one? Wala. Litali sa din yung puli ang animal nila to. And so what happened to us was self-discovering. You must discover how it works, how to do this, how to do that. My God. And it is not good. It causes delayed. And they leave us with a lot of garbage also. And the poop deck, they leave us a lot of garbage. My God. Paint, bucket, paper, everything. So we started to put it on the garbage, and I found out this tin can. I thought it was just food. I don't know about that. I thought it is paint, maybe. So my mind was in total imagination of this object. It is already rusted. The color of this can is brownish in color. So I throw it into the water. When I throw it into the water, I don't know, maybe I have activated the trigger. There is a small string which attached to the bottom of that can, small string. And then I don't know. I throw it in the water. The smoke activated orange. So all the vessels within the vicinity who were able to see that the orange smoke activated, they immediately called our vessel. The name of the vessel was Motor Vessel Eleonora. So, by accepting a lot of calls from the vessel of the vicinity, they are calling this manner, Motor Vessel Eleonora, Motor Vessel Eleonora, this is vessel blah blah blah, the name of their vessel. Do you need any assistance? So the captain was totally bewildered by the question of the duty officer on the other ship. No, we don't need any assistance, but we are okay. Okay. Okay, safe voyage. And then another vessel, Motor Vessel Eleonora, Motor Vessel Eleonora, do you need assistance? No, my vessel is okay. And another one received another call. Captain, I see orange smoke. It was a intonation of a Russian captain, calling also to our Russian captain. But they are not aware that they are both Russian. So they are speaking in this manner. Captain, I see orange smoke in your vessel. Do you need assistance? So master of the vessel told us, "Nie понимай." So that is a Russian language, which means you don't understand. A lot of captain is calling my vessel in need assistance, but they don't understand. My vessel is okay. My vessel is healthy. So when the captain inspected the poop deck, he saw an orange smoke. My God! And the one responsible person on that area is me. So he gave me an order like this. So I went to the bridge and I told him, Captain, I am sorry. It is my mistake because I was thinking that orange or brownish colored can was already expired and no longer working. But to my surprise, that orange smoke signal was very, very not working because it is in the garbage. So it automatically means that it is no longer trash garbage. It is not working. So luckily, the master accepted my apology and understood the situation. Not only that happened, class. Not only that happened. Because in the forecastle deck, I was again sent to collect, actually 3 of us, to collect some garbage and arrange everything and clean the forecastle deck. Of all the dumps of garbage, they dump garbage like this inside, you don't understand, like this, like that. Garbage being piled in a very rude manner. Okay? And there is one very new rope extending outside like this. A very new rope, very attractive rope. So, the 3 cadets, including me, I was a cadet back then. So this rope is very good for hanging our clothes. So we will be taking this rope out first, and then we shall divide it fairly and squarely. And we agreed, okay, we will take this rope and we will divide this rope fairly and squarely. So we put it, three of us put it together, and then we heard an explosive sound. A life raft was inside this pile of garbage. And when it activated, the life raft was fully inflated. There was drums of oil here and drums of oil here also, covered by garbage. When this life raft inflated, he pushed the drum the other side and pushed the drum other side. It created an oil spill. The oil was coming from the drum. I believe it is because that we were about to replace them. They did this thing. They rigged this kind of arrangement. It is planned that they have put like this, like that, and they extended a beautiful, very new rope. So again, another mistake. My God. Again, another explanation from the captain, and the captain told us that those fucking Yugoslavian had made a trick from us. Yes, it is really a trick. So as to consider. And so, when you are boarding a life raft along with you, also in a lifeboat, if you have the opportunity to go in a lifeboat and you go in a life raft, whichever comes first or whichever is convenient during the time, because there are time plus that the lifeboat is not possible to board, because in some manner when the ship is already listing heavily, I don't know if this free-fall lifeboat can still be used. Maybe. Or this gravity type debit to where it is listing, amo lang na ang gamiton mo. Kung ang barko nyo nagali sa piyak, the other side will be useless, will render useless. And the other side, which is listing, that's the only lifeboat can be used. Okay? And according to the rules, state that when you board a rescue boat for abandoning the vessel or a lifeboat and a life raft, you must bring along extra provision, water, and extra clothing. Okay? The more provision you have, the more chances of being a survivor. And let us never forget, you are not being labeled as a survivor unless you are being rescued. Okay? Life raft. Okay, EPIRB. You must bring along with you EPIRB and SART. EPIRB stands for Emergency Positioning Indicating Radio Beacon. SART, Search and Rescue Transponder. EPIRB, by means of satellite, malunod na ang barko nyo, nakakuha na kamo, na set yung EPIRB. Ang satellite naman, amon siyang mag-send sang communication all vessels in the vicinity. Okay? 10 miles from you, 100 miles from you, 200 miles from you. Siya ni ang masend sang communication. No, may nalunod yung barko, muni, automatic na. Kita mo kalasing sa mga rescue. At the very moment nga lunod barko nyo, may balita dayon, nga muni. Wala man ni sa upo sa barko, di nga kabalita dayon. It is because of this technology. And for the SART, maski hindi nyo ni class makuha, maupod sa lunod sa barko, it will automatically activate. Okay? May sensor siya nga mag-automatically activate siya. SART, Search and Rescue Radar Transponder, radar ni siya sa radar screen nyo. Ang iyang indication is made of concentric cones. The Wi-Fi na yung tsura niya, class. I will erase this one. In concentric cones. Yan. And each cones has a distance kung pila na siya ang send niya nga signal sa inyo. For example, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So, 12 miles. 12 miles from us, may vessel vessel in distress. Okay? And that is the purpose and function of the SART. Okay, let's go to the other one, the smoke signal, which I have already explained as one of the valuables equipment on board the lifeboat or the life raft. Smoke signals is used for daytime signaling. Daytime signaling. A smoke signal looks like this in a can. Then the trigger mechanism, you pull this one and you throw this onto the water. Okay? You throw that into the water and it will start to release smoke. You throw that immediately to the water because this surface will become very hot. And the odor is very bad. You throw this immediately to the water, but before that, you must activate it by pulling this trigger mechanism, okay? It looks like that. You pull it down, the trigger mechanism. There is a small rope and a ring here, plastic ring. Pull it down. It will activate the smoke signal. Throw immediately to the water. This surface will become very hot. Okay? Even though that you are wearing gloves, it will not be enough. Okay, let's proceed to the hand flare. The hand flare is used as nighttime signaling. Okay, the nighttime signaling hand flare is okay. Hand flare class if you are holding, because it will release the flare. 2 to 3 minutes, it will remain in the sky. This is what you call a hand flare. That would be one of the very vital equipment on board the life raft or the lifeboat. Okay? And once inside, you have also the orange smoke, hand flare, orange smoke. And the other one is life jacket. Ooh. The life jacket, of course, it looks like a jacket, but it has the buoyancy capacity, because it helps the wearer to remain afloat. That is the main purpose of a life jacket. So, sa wala pa nakilala sa life jacket, I'll be showing this to you. But after my video, I'll be also sending you link. The life jacket is like this. My God, please excuse my drawing. Okay. Some are just only a belt. You must put it around your waist. Okay? Some have clips. Some have clips. All you have to do is to clip it and you are good to go. And the flotation device. As always, as I have found out when I uncover some small area of my life jacket on board the ship, it is made of styrofoam. But it is not limited only to styrofoam because I saw one life jacket. It is made of a very hard, hollow plastic material. It may do so as long as it is approved by the class or any governing body like the U.S. Coast Guard, the BA, British Admiralty, as long as this is approved to be used on board the vessel. And number 9 is the life ring. The life ring is made of a very rigid plastic materials or rubber material, but usually on board is made of rigid excuse me, it is made of rigid plastic materials which also has the buoyancy capacity and have here an E. Okay, and there is a rope here like that. The name of your vessel, let's say motor vessel Nayas, that is my last engagement, and the port of registry Limassol, Cyprus, Limassol. My God, tako sweldo na na. So this life ring helps the user to stay afloat for a long period of time. Now, the purpose of this rope for some other person to grab on, because this capacity is maybe 4 to 5 person. It will still help you to be afloat. Okay? As long as this US approved or any maritime governing bodies, this life ring is very tough. The other one is the line throwing device. I included the line throwing device because I was able to personally use this one when I was on board. A line throwing device is a device used to throw the line. It is defined by its name, a line throwing device. A line throwing device is like this, class, and there is about 5 mm rope. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 50 meters or 100 meters. And then there is a device here. When you activate, it will fire on a certain distance, and this rope, along with this rope, you send it to the receiver. Since this is a life-saving equipment, you send that to the rescuer, the other vessel that has an intention to rescue you. This line throwing device is very important. Okay? Those are the 10 examples, class, which I have given to you, but you can research for more of that. Of course, there are a lot of it. But I limited to 10 because as far as I know, this is the this is one of the life-saving equipment which I already use. Ang na-experience ko nagamit, amuni siya. During drills and in times of emergency. And class, let me inform you that this line throwing device, once it is activated, it can no longer be used again. There is a pyrotechnic here. Pyrotechnic, do something, do mga explosive. makita mo na klas ang puites. Na mo na siya. Galupok na di, gaasugin na di siya. That is a line throwing device. One, it is activated, you can no longer use that again. You have to buy again another one. Namin taning rechargeable, no? Pwede mo naman sa recharge, but this is marketing strategy so that they can manufacture and reproduce it again and again and again. Kaya kung chargeable lang na, wala na. By the way, pwede man, it could be. But as long as the rechargeable, maset naman na sila sang lifespan, until sa amo na ni maguba na siya. And that is marketing strategy. Okay, class, that is for today. Thank you. I hope you learned something. If you are not contented by the example which I have given to you, 10 examples, you can do your own research. But I have given you this item. It is because that I have used this by myself. I have used this and I have experienced this. Okay? And for the earlier part of the video, I would like to take this opportunity. Sorry gid, nabungkuan sa blackboard, bloopers ito, but okay lang. Hindi ko na ito pag-delete for you to enjoy. Okay? Thank you guys.